If your mornings feel rushed and your house never feels done, and you're just constantly trying to play catch up, I have been there. That's why I created a simple home notebook and a 20-minute morning routine that helps me feel calm and not behind. And today, I'm going to share that with you. Well, welcome to Shine with Purpose, where faith, growth, and intentional living come together. This is my home notebook, a Happy Planner Classic, actually. Nothing fancy, it's just a simple tool that helps me not live in a reactive mode all the time. And at this stage of life, I'm kind of done with overcomplicated systems and unrealistic routines. I need something that works with my real energy and my capacity. Here, I keep a soft rhythm for my mornings, my anchor points, really, my daily cleaning reset, and even a spot to remind me to think about what things I'm going to be grateful for. So let's take a look. My morning rhythm is very gentle but grounding. I don't really pack it with a list of long habits. I just focus on a few things that really help me feel relaxed about the start of my day, and I feel very centered. So, a few things I do in the morning to just create a peaceful and calm atmosphere are when I get up, now mine are kind of organized in the flow of my house. So I like to do the things upstairs. That's where my bedroom is, where I do the things that are upstairs and then I come downstairs and do those things. So I'm not running up and down the stairs. I don't really have the energy for that yet until my body wakes up in the morning. So I get up, I weigh myself, and I make my bed. Then I put on my workout clothes. I will grab my iPad, which is usually charging in my bedroom, and I'll pop it on the treadmill. I will go and dry brush. I will go make my coffee, and I've been just loving lighting a candle lately. It might be a summer scent, and I really love fall scents too. So I'm kind of burning fall scents all the time. We'll have my quiet time, and then I will sit down and have breakfast. I shower, I get ready for the day. I do my skincare routine, which I have something to show you about that in just a minute. Reboot the house with just a simple task. Usually it's throwing in a load of laundry if there's loads to be done, or making sure that any of the dishes that maybe my husband used before he left for work go into the dishwasher. And then I take a few minutes to just go through and check my calendar and my goals. But it really helps me get things going for the day. Thinking about my skincare routine, these are two of my absolute favorite products. One is a anti-wrinkle face moisturizer, and the other one is an ultra hydrating eye gel. And look, I just want to show you this. It's like so nice and creamy. And when I put it on, oh, it's just so nice and light and creamy. I just love the way it feels. So this feels wonderful on my face. And then this is the eye gel, which also feels wonderful and even has cucumber in it. So I thought that was kind of neat. But I will go ahead and leave a link for those down below so that you can take a look at those if you would like that. I have learned that even something so small as my skincare can make me feel cared for and more like me. And it kind of keeps me in with my morning routine, but I really notice it helps me to show up for the rest of my day. I just feel more present. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and come over here. This is my 20-minute home reset. Now, I do this almost every morning. It's not to have a perfect routine, it really is just to have a peaceful home. And I'll share a couple tips and tricks that I have as I go down this list. It really does depend on how many people are in your home, what you wake up to each morning. I think it's really important to try to have the dishes done at least in the evening when I go to bed so that I get to wake up to a clean kitchen. I just enjoy my coffee so much more that way. So I'm going to go ahead and show you kind of what I do. And I think it's also really fun to use a timer. I set my timer for 5 minutes for each of these areas. Now we have a living room and a family room. I may not do both of these each day, but I can rotate them, do one day and one the next. And that's kind of the same with a bedroom because I already make my bed in the morning in my morning routine when I get up. My bed is already made. So this kind of gives me the opportunity as well to go to one of the other bedrooms or another room in my house, like maybe the exercise room or the office, whatever room kind of needs a little bit of touching up. So let's go through this for a minute. So I would use a timer and I would set it for 5 minutes. And this is really pretty simple. You can change up the order of these if you want. I love the Mount Vernon method of cleaning. Is the kind of starting at the back door and working your way through your main level. And also, you probably know this, but how important it is to clean like from the top down. In the kitchen, I'm going to wipe down the sink after putting away any dishes I used in the morning, and then wipe down the counters, vacuum the floor, and just keep my sink shining. Now, I might alternate this with mopping the floor a couple times a week. It kind of depends on what's going on in your house. You know, if you have a lot of kids going in and out, or you have a pet, you may need to do that more often. Into the bathroom, I wipe down the sink, wipe the mirror and the faucet, and then I can spray down the shower tub. And then I can also go ahead and take one of my disposable cleaning wipes and wipe the toilet seat and the rim, and then I throw that away. And then I will also swish the toilet. Then that room is all done. Put out a fresh towel and you're good. In the bedroom, like I said, I've already have the bed made. I'll make sure I hang up any of my clothes that are laying out, put any of my jewelry away, and then I will straighten up the night table. Now, the next day, I might straighten up the dresser. And then I also will feather dust real quick and run the vacuum just in the main traffic areas. And sometimes I'll quickly go in and vacuum the exercise room and the office and another bathroom because those are on that particular level. Then in the living room, which is kind of the same as the family room, I'm going to vacuum the furniture, fluff up the cushions, fold up any throws that didn't get put away from the night before, feather dust, and again, run the vacuum just in the main traffic area, not moving out any furniture, anything like that. But when you do this over and over each day, you really will find that you have more control over your house. It's much easier to look at your weekly cleaning task list or your deep cleaning task list, and you can fit that in a little bit easier because this is already done. So your home looks very presentable, very cozy, very calm. So it's kind of easy to be like, oh, I need to go over there and dust the windowsill or vacuum the shade because you can see it. So because it's really nice and clean and tidy. Alternate the bedrooms and the bathrooms and the living rooms. And then another important thing I had learned this year was a 5 minute put away. I look at each of my rooms, especially on the main floor, and I want to be able to go in and pick up any room in 5 minutes. And if I can't get things picked up in there, well, then there's too many things out, or maybe those things that are out don't have a spot. So, like an example might be there's a lot of toys laying around. Maybe you need something, even if it's an empty laundry basket, just to catch all those toys. A book and a laptop are out. Maybe you just need a spot to put them, to just pick them up and go and put them away. It can be really as simple as that. But that's another thing that can really aid in keeping your house nice and tidy. So as I said, this short list, it just keeps my home flowing without me spending all day cleaning, and I generally don't even feel like I'm behind at all. And if I don't get to it all, you know what? That's okay. It's just about progress and not perfection. This notebook really is just a rhythm. It's helped me to build peace into my mornings. It's something I've done now really for many years. I do wish I had started it earlier when I first had children or even before I had children. So if you're in your 40s and you're feeling overwhelmed by your home and your schedule, or maybe you're just moving, out of a season into a different season, your kids are going back to school, or you just moved your college kids out and things are just really changing. I hope that this will keep you from feeling overwhelmed by your home and your schedule. And so you can know this, it's not too late to create something that works just for you. So, if this gave you any ideas at all or encouraged you today, and I hope you really like it, I hope that you will consider subscribing to my channel. And I hope that you'll come back next week where I'll share some more things. I really am building a space here for women like us who are choosing peace over pressure and purpose over perfection.